this beats any takeaway. Making it yourself with love for your family.
I've ever had. So
words
watch
can't
along,
describe
learn,
the joy.
enjoy.
Hello everyone, it's Rebecca here. Hope you are all well. So tonight we're making two things. This is something that I would normally order at a Vietnamese restaurant, and there's a Vietnamese restaurant near here, and for what I'm going to make tonight will probably cost me about $70, which is a lot of money, right? So I'm making it from scratch myself, and we're going to do it together. So I'm not a fan of mushrooms. So in my spring rolls, I'm just choosing to leave those out. It does want me to set some hot water onto the noodles. I'll go and put the kettle on over here because we are using both machines at the minute. And then we will be able to get those cooking in the bowl. Right. Stick that on there. All right, so we're going to set those aside. Now, I haven't got all ingredients out ready to go, which is very remiss of me. So bear with me while I come dig in the fridge. In fact, let me go to recipe detail and just double check because there's not that many ingredients in it. Echalot, garlic I've got. The coriander I need. My screen's a bit dirty. Coriander, carrot, pepper, spring roll pastry. Yep, everything else I have. Willow, please! Oh, someone wants to come and train my puppy. I would be eternally grateful. Willow! Hey! Stop it! Stop it now. Come and sit in here quietly. Rot up. Rot up. Oh, great. And I'll drop the carrot. So the question's been asked, how many times do I genuinely use my machine? And the more I think about it, it's a good question. It's a really good question. I love cookidoo. I'm a huge fan of our recipe platform, and I think that changes how I cook because I go searching up for new recipes all the time, and I plan out the week. I did get a bigger board. I do all that sort of stuff because I want to get the most out of my machine. I don't want it just to be something that sits on my bench. I want to use it regularly. So I make a conscious effort to find nice recipes, try new things. I've definitely made these spring rolls before, but I haven't made the other, which is a bun bo vien Cha Gio, or however you pronounce it. It is what I would normally order when I go to a Vietnamese restaurant. It's the noodle salad that they make, which I just think is so delicious. But it's got pork meatballs in it, and it comes with a side of spring rolls. All right, so that is what I am making. Now, some of this coriander looks a bit sad. It's been in here in the vacuum seal for a little bit. I'm just going to pick those bits out and go with it. All right. I think I've got everything I need now. I think so. Right, there's the kettle boiled, so let's get that on. There's my coriander there. So I did buy a fresh bunch of coriander. So I'll put the boiling water on the noodles. And then let's start cooking, go back to where we were. So echalot is next. I've got a lovely big echalot here. Let me get my little favourite knives out. Actually, that looks very much like a brown onion. Yes, it is. Okay, not the echalot I was looking for. So with these sorts of recipes, when it says ESCHALOT, I take that as these little brown onions. But it just depends, I guess, on what you would prefer or what you think your echalot's are. But for this sort of thing, it's definitely these for me. These have a nice milder flavour, and they're quite commonly used in Asian cooking. And I do use them a lot, actually. I quite love them. So that's what I call an echalot. Christopher. Well, did you buy through a consultant? I don't think you're my customer. Because perhaps a cooking demo in your house might be a good idea. Have a lesson. But follow along because, you know, I've got loads of inspiration. My YouTube channel is in my link tree. Everything is in my link tree. And you can find lots of videos there of me cooking all different things. So, yeah. Welcome, everyone. All right. Let me just get rid of this straight up. So yes, I went shopping today for the ingredients for this and simply had it all saved on my cookidoo, on my week. Got the shopping list up before I left home, went through it, figured out everything that I had already at home, and then just bought what I needed, which is always a win. So what's everyone else having for dinner tonight? Let us know what's on the menu at your place. It depends on what the meal is, Christopher. Some things get cooked in the oven, like bread. But, you know, some things get cooked in the Thermomix. Depends on the recipe. I definitely still use my oven, yes. Right, coriander. And with this one, you want the stalks and all going in. It's going to chop it up nice and small and fine for us. Yeah, we're leaving out the mushrooms. Not a fan. Not a fan at all. Here we are. We're on that eternal search for lids. Okay. Good morning, UK. Julie Nanny Bear, excuse me, can you be careful when you're walking past there?
Sorry.
Welcome, I have quite a few people from the UK that follow, including the beautiful Maz, who's just gone and bought herself a Thermomix after watching me cook. Oh, Justin, butter chicken is lovely. Roast. Yum. What are you doing? Don't pick at that, please. Come on.
I just put the blue stuff.
No, leave it, because I'll still be using it, thanks.
Okay.
Thank you. Go and enjoy your nice tidy room that I did for you. I have to finish your bed. All right, scrape that down. Pork mince goes in. There's no yucky thing on that. Salt. Here. I'm so happy to have this filled up again. So does anyone else just love spring rolls? It's one of my favourite things to get. Chicken korma, Chris. Hello, hello. I know, why can't it be longer? Charcuterie. I love that Jules made dog biscuits. I'll need to do that for wee Willow, won't I? The little devil that she is at the minute. My goodness me. She's on fire. All right, soy sauce. I only have a few to choose from. Let's use this one. Tablespoon. That's a guesstimate for me. And then we want to put in the reserved drained noodles. So I will drain those in my simmer basket. So this is the mixture for the spring rolls. And then we're going to go on, once they are done, to make the bun bo vien Cha Gio. Excuse my lack of skills when it comes to languages. Right, so it says to mix with the aid of the spatula. So you just want to just help stir that along. Just mixing that all together. It's perfectly fine. Right, now. So that's our spring roll mixture done. Yum, yum. I actually have my little fryer here. I think you can see that, yes. I've got oil in there. I need to switch that on, actually. What I need to do is... Actually, we'll just use the one machine. That's what we'll do. Let's shut you down. Because we can just go on to make the other recipe on that one. The clean bowl. Again, the beauty of having a second bowl. Our current offer that ends tonight. So, Justin, it's a little sunbeam. I think we bought it at Harvey Norman. Somewhere like that. We pretty much only use it once a year. At New Year's when if anyone was around watching me New Year's last year, we do our Dutch donuts, which is a Dutch tradition. And I did spring rolls as well. So, tell you what I'm going to do is actually just take this very carefully, this unit out of the way, so that I don't get any splatter on it as well. Sit it over here. Guys, please don't do what I do. When you're moving your machines, it's really important to make sure that they are in transportation mode. Okay, monkey see, monkey don't do. Of course, I'm a very experienced Thermomix person and I'm quite confident to be able to move the unit without having to worry about that. So, there we are. So, fryer's here. I've turned that on now. To warm that up, and I've got my Avana thermometer handy. This thing will be able to tell me where my temperature's at too, which is good. Alright, so let's make some spring rolls. Alright, I've got to clear the deck here. Got all my garlic and ginger. Pop that back in there. The stuff's for the bin. And then, actually let's smooth those right away. And that. Carrot off there. Alright, so here's my mixture. I'm just popping it into the bowl. Don't forget, turning the blades underneath helps to loosen everything and get it all out. Well, Liz, you know where I live. Why do you have to be up near Ipswich, you silly bugger? What I'll probably do is, I must admit, I'm going to probably make some and not cook them all because, you know, I mean, they're not bad cold, don't get me wrong, but you can actually store them in the freezer and have them on hand. So we'll see how many we've got to go with that. All right, let's put that bowl over there. Out of the way. That lid on there for a minute, because what I do when I make these is I do them on our silicone mats, dishcloth, because I love doing everything on silicone mats. It's just so much easier to deal with. It does say to do this on baking trays, so if you don't have a silicone mat, that's what you can do. But if you want to, you know, quite often people say to me, what do you recommend accessory-wise? These things are absolutely invaluable. So, no, I definitely don't, Dana. I've cheated. Look at this. Probably could try, couldn't I? But I thought, thinking of the time factor too. You know, you've got to pick your battles. How long do you want to be in the kitchen? What else do you have to do that day? So, no, I have these pre-made. Probably full of I don't know what. I don't want to read it. I don't want to know. I'm sure they're pretty much just a pastry of sorts, aren't they? In fact, it's all in Chinese. I can't read it, which is probably good, right? No, not worth it. What's that, Chris? Roll it in a tea towel? That's an old one, that one. That's how I do it. Okay, so these I bought out of the freezer at the supermarket. Since coming home, I've had them out of the freezer, so they're not frozen. And I've got to hope like hell I haven't defrosted them too much too. All right, let me move my coffee. I'm just going to grab some water. That's gone nice and cold in the meantime. I need some cold water. Wet my whistle. All right, and let's not leave it on the edge where I'll knock it over and smash it. All right. So, what it says is, form 1.5 tablespoons of the minced mixture into a sausage shape. Place horizontally onto wrapper towards bottom of the edge of the diamonds. So, with these, and it's a fun job to do with a couple of people. Definitely. Yeah. Uh-oh. Yeah, I had a feeling I might have left them out too long. Ah! Don't you dare break on me. All right. Phew. Okay, so facing it in this sort of direction. Oh, that's 2. Okay, let's try and pull them apart. So, you'll have to excuse me if there's any questions or comments. I'm going to be concentrating for the next little wee while. So, if Liz is there, she can answer. If anyone else is available, you can help me out. That'd be great with the comments coming through. I know on Instagram, you're all lovely to watch, but you're all very quiet, so I probably won't miss anything there. But please remember, if you need to ask me anything and I might miss your comments, just send me a message, guys. I'm happy to help. And remember, tonight is the last night to get a TM6 for 2359 or 2388 with the extra bowl. Okay, the price is going up, everyone. It's going up significantly. And if you know anyone who needs a Thermomix in their life, please encourage them to get a wiggle on and order. The extra bowl is one of the most valuable accessories. They retail for $3.75. So to get it for $29 and at the current price, it's the best you're going to get. So that's my oil spitting in the background. Let me take that off. So please do not delay. If you have a consultant, reach out to them. If you don't, my link tree has my details. Let's make it happen because you're going to be mad if you miss out. All right? Yes, I think Shane's being funny and we appreciate good humour around here. We like a giggle. Don't we? Love a laugh. Geez, it'd be easier if it was just paper, because then we wouldn't have to do this, like pull it apart. Like, it feels like skin. It's very weird. Ah! See, I'm so impatient. I rush it and then now I'm tearing them. It will be fine. It will be fine. Gently. Try not to put too many holes in them. All right. Listen, I have said this before and I'll say it again. I'm just a mum who loves to cook and use my Thermomix. I'm not a professional, so don't come at me when I do things wrong. Yeah. These I've made many times and I know we love. They're so good. Much nicer, and you can make them whatever size you like. The ones you get at the shops now are like skinnier than your pinky. So, all right, what are we at? Yep. Woo. All right, who's moved my thing from here? That's not helpful. Where the hang might that be? Oh. Oh, right. Gotta love it when people don't put things back where they belong. Not near the window. I wish. Possibly you, Liz. It's my big plastic paddle thing, or you know, that I use to pull the stuff out of the fryer. Should be living behind us here, and it's not. And I didn't check before I started. It's definitely not in here because I'd see it. It's large and it would stick out. Oh. Where the hang is it? I'm going to have to use a slotted spoon, I think. No. I have no idea that it's 100% not there, and I have no idea where it is. Anyway, keep going. Oh my God, you're right. Thank you. Sorry. Yes. There you go. See, who put it with my spatulas? It's not a spatula. Thank you. Found it. Instagram, can you just let me know you can hear me, please? See, you guys have my back. I love you. Just let me know. Give me a thumbs up, someone, that you can hear me okay. So the call comes through, it absolutely, totally, yeah, great. Just tell me on screen because it interrupts the sound and the recording, sadly. Oh, thanks. Good. Thanks, Mish. Thank you. Thank you for letting me know. Yes. Someone was trying to call me and tell me that my spoon was right behind me that I was looking for. How hilarious. Listen, if nothing, I'm entertaining. Yes? All good. Sound is fine. Price is averted. Thank you. That is exactly what I was looking for, in the wrong place. Thank you, Dana. That's so sweet. It's just crisis after another, isn't it? Hey, listen. Like I say to you, What you see is what you get, and there's nothing fancy about little old me. All right. Oh, shoot. This is getting tricky. So it basically steps you through the recipe, cooking them in the oil, using the slotted spoon that I couldn't find right behind me. Oh, God. Oh, no! Mish, what did you make? Which one? And trust me, you know, a lot goes on behind the camera. Probably could. Oh, Andrea! Woo! Girl, boy, what did you have? Tell me. Yep, I forgot all about that. I'm such a fantastic person. As someone's asking how many of these I own, I actually own 4. I've just earned another. Oh, sweet! Congratulations. So I technically own 5, but one of them I've given to my dad. I've earned them all as a consultant. Thank you, darling. Woo-hoo. Oh, Alina. Lovely. I hope I pronounced that right. That's gorgeous. Alina. One of my girls on my team has a Aliana. That's another lovely name. All right, how are we cooking? Oh, yes! You're all going to be jealous of my dinner tonight, I tell you now. Right. That's the first 3. After all, I use the other spoon anyway. Right, this is what I really want this for, is just to gently lower them in rather than chuck them. There we go. Ba-ba-ba-bow. I love spring rolls. The fryer is a Sunbeam. Sunbeam. We've bought it literally because we only really use it at, at New Year or when I'm making spring rolls with you guys. Because I probably would just use a pan if I wasn't doing it on camera, but I wanted to share with you all. Let's sneak that one in as well. Yep, perfect. 170. So, yes, it's just a little Sunbeam, and it normally just sits in the cupboard gathering dust until we dust it off, bring it out, and make spring rolls or Dutch donuts at New Year. So there you go. Chicken meatballs. Oh, I haven't made that one. But it's a messy job, is it? Right. I'll have to give it a go, Mish, and let's see how we find it. Sometimes the layered meals can be a little bit, you know, because you've got protein, you've got veggies, you've got rice, noodles, whatever, you've got all the things going on at once. Can be a bit chaotic. Could fry arancini, yum. You need to make those now. Yeah, it's just a little fryer. Sunbeam is the brand. I can't even remember what we paid for it. I want to say it was under $100. But it's literally a fry pan only. It comes with a little basket that sits inside, although I've never used it. Imagine this must be the feeling of peeling skin after you've been burnt. It does feel weird. Yes, I thought the board might be hard to read. So I really can't tell you the proper names out loud, but it is spring rolls. So if you go search up spring rolls on cookidoo, they're called Cha Gio. And then I'm making the Bun Bo Vien Cha Gio. So that is a Vietnamese dish that has the spring rolls in it. And it's what I order when I go to a lovely Vietnamese restaurant. And this would all cost upwards of $70. So, Olive Island, woohoo! Yes, we love doing that at New Year. Having a Dutch husband. Plus I have Dutch best friend as well, my Simone. So I've known of these things for years. And it just so happened that I married a Dutchman, and then I went, well, we have to make olive oil. Good to know. I will definitely give that recipe a try. Nikita, I have tried air frying them. It's not quite the same as I have tried air frying the donuts. Not quite the same. There's sometimes things that just work better to get that crunch. It's just so much nicer because essentially your air fryer is just a mini oven, isn't it? So to get that nice crisp, you know, I don't know if you can hear that if I come close to the microphone. Crick, 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 crick. You know, that's a crunch. You're not going to get that in the air fryer. Yeah, some things do just need to be deep fried. Dana, correct. And spring rolls for me is one of those things. Oh, we're firing on all cylinders now. Now, I reckon I'm going to put a stash of some in the freezer because I don't think we need to eat these all tonight. And then they're made up, ready to go. And I probably would, the only reason I've brought out the little fryer tonight is so you guys can see and be involved. But normally I would just do them in a pan. Yeah. So yeah, my poor little fryer's probably thinking it's New Year's already. Which only gets used once a year. Oh, yes. So I reckon they look pretty good. Give them a little minute more, and then I'll cook up this lot, and all that I make now, I'm going to pop in a freezer container and cook them another time. So I know on Recipe Community there is a really good spring roll recipe, similar, that actually makes a heap. And one year, it was a while ago, my husband and I got together in the kitchen and we literally made up a ton of spring rolls and had some that night and then filled up containers in the freezer so that we didn't have to do this part every time. And geez, it was fun. It was really good fun. So this is a nice little thing you could do with your kids, with your partner, whatever. It's good fun. I really enjoy it. All right, let me get a container to put them in for the freezer. Right, and I just remembered my son is still away in Melbourne. He's back tomorrow. So essentially this is enough for us. I might be cheeky and put one more in, and then that will do. And then we'll freeze up these just individually in the container for another day, which is always a win, isn't it? I love going to the freezer and finding my favourite things that I forgot I made. And I like, woo, yummy for dinner. Liz, I did actually. I put them straight in, fried them. Well, I take them out. You can take them out, put them in the fridge for a bit, and then, yeah, just chuck them in. Yes, I did. I'm sure I did. Cook them from frozen. Don't ask me how long. It's when they float to the top and look nice and golden. That's what I do. So give me a minute. Let me get these all done, and then we're going to move on with the next recipe. Excuse me. Which is the meatballs and rice noodles. Meatballs and noodles with spring rolls. There we are. Bun bo. So when you go to a Vietnamese restaurant, you see a bun bo, cha or bun cha. That's what this is. And Liz, you know, we've had this at Canto, which is really good, but it's really expensive to buy. And it's actually really fun to make. So another great fakeaway recipes. Now these come from our, and it's the Asian cookbook. I think I've got it over there somewhere around Asia. It's on Cookidoo, the collection. Very authentic recipes and really worth making. All of them are amazing. So if you're into really authentic Asian recipes, search for the Asian collection. Me too, Dana, me too. I love bun cha. And I even saw the Sydney tribe were making, what's the bread roll? I've gone blank. You know, the lovely crusty bread roll. What do they call that? Somebody tell me, because I can't remember. That recipe is also on Cookidoo, and it looks amazing. Oh, nice, Dana. What's the bread roll? Barmy. Thank you, Sir Nirvana. Thank you. That's exactly what I was talking about. That recipe looks amazing too. And make your own barmy. Make your own. How fun is it? Look at this. I'm having a whack of a time just rolling up these little yummy parcels of deliciousness. And we're still going. How are these babies cooking? And a little gentle stir. And I'm going to, still a bit hot. Yep, too hot. When it cools down a bit, I'm going to open one up and show you it. And we're all going to be so jealous. So jelly. There are plenty of bao bun recipes, Dimity, on Cookidoo, and our branch manager John, who is an executive chef, actually makes them using the pizza recipe, and they're amazing. They're amazing. I'm not really a big bao lover, but it's something I suppose I should show you how to make. Ah, there you go. Yeah, I just wrap them and then all seems good. I don't even wet them. You're talking about these with the paste to close it. Probably would look a little prettier, the end result, but I'm happy. Yes. Alright, and then it's just these last two, and that's about the perfect amount. Woo! Winning at life today. Alright. Okay. Sometimes it's hard to see which way this is split. I think I've got it now. Yeah. They do, don't they? Who loves Asian food? Let me know. I mean, it's so popular in Australia, isn't it? We all love our Asian delights over here because we're so close and we have that wonderful influence. And the Gold Coast is just full of so many Asian restaurants. However, I've got to be honest, I sometimes go out and eat this food and come home disappointed because I think, well, for all that money, I could have made it myself and I would have enjoyed it more. The joys of owning a Thermomix. I might be getting too hot. Down a little bit. Especially on the outside. Well, we can turn that off now. We're done frying. Right, they're my originals. Try and keep them a bit separate so that put that little lid on top to try and stop that spitting at me. Obviously, be very careful when you're frying with oil. Always. Alright, that bit's of that. So all that mix made, oh, I've got one little wrapper left actually, so I could probably make a couple of skinny ones instead of, or will I worry about it? I'll go on then. Let's do a half of one. Let's do a little skinny one on that one. Okay. So, last couple, tuck him in, wrap him up. Tuck him in, wrap him up. Stretch you out. So, make the size of the ones you get at the shop. Although my wrappers I think are too big to make terribly skinny ones. Or even skinnier than that. And like $8 for 4 of them. Crazy times. Anyway, I get it. There's some skill involved. Ta-da! Well, there we go. There's a portion for the freezer for another day. Korean food. Oh, Liz likes Korean food. All right. Now, next recipe, kids. We're doing this amazing recipe which incorporates the delicious spring rolls that I've just made. So now we want a bowl again. What are we weighing in? Bread torn into pieces, full cream milk. Oh, like a breadcrumb. Okay. Let's do that. Got some ends of bread over here. Oh, dope. Start again. Close enough. Now we want the milk. to ensure it soaks evenly. Set aside. Let's just give it a squish. Pop that away. Okay. Lemongrass. Put that here. I'm sure you could, yes. Why not? Wouldn't that be a nice texture, actually? So one stalk of fresh lemongrass, white part only. Well, it doesn't say to chop it. 3 centimetres of ginger peeled. Right, here's my ginger that's been sitting there for a minute, so let's use that up first. Cut that bit off. All the craggy bits off it. Another great tip to save yourself some money is when you see good fresh ginger at a good price, grab a pile of it, peel it up, cut it into coins and freeze it. And then you've always got fresh ginger in the freezer at a good price. I think I'm out in the freezer, so I must do that again myself. I'm going to put a little bit of chilli in this. I have to get one from the freezer though. Forgot about that. Get that. So because we're a bunch of wuss bags, I keep my chilies in the freezer. So I buy them cheap, freeze them up, and then I've always got them on hand if I need them. That's another great tip, especially if you are lucky enough to have a chili plant in your garden that is full of lovely chilies. Now I'm going to get that into the freezer before I leave. I don't want to leave that out for too long. Let me just put that into the freezer. So I definitely have those spring rolls for another day because yum yum. All right, so I just cut it from frozen. I don't care. Get the seeds out. I do like the flavour. We're not great fans of the heat. Of course, I think these big long red ones are the mildest, aren't they? Oh, Liz, I've had these for so long. I can't remember when I bought them actually. Soundy. Right. Ditch that board now. It's covered in the chili seeds. Instead. Okay, scrape down. Oh, it never ever. I mean, come on. Lemongrass even. Look at that. Honestly, if you don't have one of these, you need to get one. Before the price rise, do it tonight. Get the extra bowl for $29, people. Oh my God, the smell. Oh, Maz, winning. That is amazing. Winning. I wish I had that. I've got a little herb patch out there. That's about it. All right, so we're going to give that a chop again. All right, I can't resist. Look at my delicious spring rolls. Are you jealous? Because you should be. Oh my God. Even just plain like that. Oh, I better watch out. The last time I ate live, someone told me off. All right. It doesn't say to scrape down, but I'm going to do it again. Now we've got to put some fish sauce in. I've got to get that from the fridge. So just so you know, that has now chopped that up even finer again. So we're heading towards paste. So 2 teaspoons. Now we've got beef mince going in. So the meatball part of this is the beef mince, and then we've got the pork of the spring rolls. So we've covered all bases. Right. That bread that we soaked in the milk goes in. Okay. Shut up. Check it out. Spring rolls. Make them. Mmm. So we need our varoma. Okay, so it says using damp hands, and we've even got a video to tell us what it's all about, what it wants us to do. Oh, one little bit of bread wasn't quite mixed in there. I'm just going to rewind that. Oh, I love this. Can you see that video? Giving you the instructions by video. There's no reason why you can't just be a kick-ass cooker with a Thermomix. Right, let's just get that little bit of bread that was on the side back where it belongs. I personally will use my little cookie scoop. That should do us. To scoop them and shape them. All right. Into varoma dish, repeat the mixture between the dish and the tray. Wow. Fantastic. Let's do that. Brilliant. I'm really excited. Oh, Ash, you are a legend. That's fantastic. Fresh, you can't beat freshly made bread. It is just heavenly, isn't it? Thank you for the roses. Oh, good, Jules. I love that. Yes. You'll all be pleased to know that beautiful Shirley that won the voucher draw on TikTok, she did exactly the same. She bought some of those as well. I love it. So I love that you're watching and seeing what I'm using and you know, getting influenced. Just please remember to put your consultant, or if you don't have one, pop my name, Rebecca V. It will come up. I'm the only Rebecca V. I think. Should be the only Rebecca V. I know there's lots of Rebeccas that are consultants, but I'm the only one that has a V in my name. So, yeah, it smells divine, doesn't it, indeed? So yes, please nominate your consultants. Don't ever go to the website and buy something without putting a consultant in, even if you go scramble and pick a random name. Just, you know, it makes our day. We're the ones here in the field, showing you all the products, teaching you all the things, and it does help us out a little tiny bit. Only a tiny bit, but a little tiny bit nonetheless. And we are eternally grateful. Because as consultants, we are commission-based business. So we only make money when we actually sell things. So when I do these sorts of lessons, sometimes I'm doing them from the goodness of my own heart, just to help you all, teach you all, etc. So yes, love that. Go Jules. All right, so make sure always when you're using your varoma to spread things out nice and evenly so that you've got those spaces for the steam to come through and cook your food nice and evenly. How are we going for time? We're not doing too bad, are we? Considering we've made a whole batch of spring rolls, fried them up, froze some, and now we're on to this. So after we do this, we're going to steam these with some water. And that can just go direct into this bowl because it doesn't say wash the bowl. Yep, the water's just going to steam the meatballs. And actually what I might do is, if there's another step to be done, I might bring my other machine back so that we can push on. And while that's steaming for 15 minutes, yeah, I might do the sauce, or the next step of the recipe anyway. So another thing that I must admit, I'd noticed that in the ingredients there wasn't bean sprouts. I just believe all Asian cooking needs these guys, so I did buy bean sprouts off my own bat. That's so cute. So, you know, I've always said it, these recipes are guided, they're not the law. So if you think I would want to add this, that, and the other, then please, by all means, add your touch. Give them your twist. Make them your own. It's just a no-brainer for me. You know, think of other recipes. Think of things you might have eaten and what you enjoyed about them and what they could, what you could add to make them just that little bit different, a little bit better, a little bit more filling, lots of different things. Now, the other thing too is, I must admit, it wasn't until I got home that I thought, normally this recipe has, when I've had it before from Vietnamese, has mint in the mix, and I didn't get mint. And that's another thing that I haven't put in the garden yet, because mint can overtake all the herbs. So I must admit, I'm a bit sad that I don't have mint to add to the recipe, but we'll try it without, and then I'll know next time definitely to add it to the recipe, because I think mint is such a fantastic flavour in Asian cooking, especially Vietnamese. Hello.
I got this last night.
Oh my gosh, they're so cute. Where did you get them?
This one was from Timeside, and
Yep.
this one was at the market.
Oh, wow. You're a lucky girl. You're sure spoiled. Hey? More to add to the collection. You have to get Chrissy to fix your shelf. So put them all back up on the shelf. Right. Okay. Last bit I need to dig out with a spatula. Carefully. It's a bit around the blades. Of course, you could flick that off, but I won't worry. It's quite chunky. Easy enough to gather together. Right. There we are. The last one's going to be a little loud, but it doesn't matter. Okay, water, let's get those steaming. And then we're going to bring the other machine back and do the rest of the recipe. Just so we can push on with the live and it's not boring standing around watching me do silly things. There 500 grams of water. So we're going to go back to that step. Okay. Jug. And of course you do have that mark on the side of the bowl. It's the first dot is roughly 500 grams. Oh, there we go, so close. And we're going to put the varoma on with those little meatballs in there. The tray with the meatballs on there. And pop that on. 15 minutes of cooking. All right. Meanwhile, again, how good do these look? Yes, cookie scoops are great. So, Maz, I'm not sure where you buy them from in the UK, but here you just pick them up at Spotlight. It's the Wiltshire brand that I use. It's so easy. I love using them for my cookies and everything. It just keeps everything in nice uniform shape. Nice and even. Because, you know, I mean, it's easy enough just to throw some stuff into, you know, just get a spoon and whacking them out. But we do eat with our eyes. Always remember that. Try to make your food look appealing as well. Okay? So, yeah, Spotlight, it's the Wiltshire brand. So if you look up Wiltshire online even, I've got the bigger version, which is not that one. I've got quite a few different scoops. This is it. Is that it? I don't know. One of those is one. Two different ones. But Wiltshire brand, look up Wiltshire brand cookie scoop. I'm sure you would find it online somewhere too. They're great. All right, so carefully bring the other one back. So, as I said earlier, please, monkey see, monkey don't do. I am a very experienced Thermomix person. I never would recommend, yes, Katie, there's one there. I never would recommend you picking up your machine without it being in transportation mode and moving it. So please bear that in mind. You know, see me, don't copy me, okay? Because it can be very scary if you drop it. It would be a disaster.
Is there any ice cream?
I don't know. You might have to just wait a minute, please. Okay? There's definitely... Alright, so we're up to step 23. Just kind of cooking. We clean and dry the bowl. We're up to step 26, 54, where we're adding honey. I had to go and buy new honey today because I was running out. So, did you know you can go to your recipe? Now the machine is just firing up, right? Oh God, I love honey. So we're going to go to my week, find that recipe. Here it is. And then in the steps, when you scroll down, these steps are live. Okay, so here we go. We're up to step 7, place the honey. Yeah? So if you were doing just parts of recipes, that's all you have to do. Go to the actual recipe description, scroll down, choose the step you want to do. Oh, Emily, yum. That is the yummiest recipe ever. I love that lasagna. I actually want to make that, like the bolognese part. I want to make it for just a spaghetti because it's just so flavorful. I think it might even take over from chunky for me. I don't know. So flavorful. All right. Try not to make a mess with the honey. Yeah, I've got the screen. I just prefer to buy, proper good honey than the pumpy little things, personally. You do you. All right, look, there's some for me. God, I love that stuff. 40 grams of soy. just mix it up and use a bit of what I have here. Fish sauce, tablespoon. Another tip, bring up the scales, tablespoon, 20 grams. All right. 1 lime zest only. Liz, how's your lime tree going? I need some limes. I keep paying too much for limes. All right, zest only. Without measuring cup, let's grab a lid. So this is the glaze element of this recipe. Love a glaze. Truly. Look, Emily, to be honest, sometimes I do too. It's just getting your head around the difference of fried in a pan and steamed, isn't it? Or stewed in the sauce, which is how my mum used to always cook, I must admit. All right, transfer into the bowl with the meatballs. Stir to coat the meatballs, keep warm. Clean and dry the bowl again. All right, so this recipe certainly highlights the advantage of extra bowls. Guys, that offer finishes tonight. I cannot stress it enough. If you are in the market for a Thermomix, get it now before the price increase with that extra bowl for $29. It is the best offer we do ever, and you'll never get a Thermomix this cheap ever again because the price is going up significantly in July. So please don't get in touch with me 2 days down the track and say, can I have that offer? Because no, you can't. You have to have it today. So I've even said, I cannot stress enough how even if you do it and you have a regret, you will make your money back and then some when you go and sell it to somebody else. You can't lose. You just can't lose. All right, garlic cloves. I'm going to leave out a bird's eye chili because we're not that into spicy food. It's going to be spicy enough. Right, white vinegar. It's not rice vinegar, it's just white vinegar. Okay. That looks here. So, 6 grams of that. Oh. Unsweetened coconut water. Oh my goodness. It's not something I have in the house, so I actually had to go and buy this. This was on sale today for $3. So hopefully my daughter Emily will drink that or use it for something. Caster sugar I have sitting over there. Simmering basket and cooking away again. All right, so here we go. We're at the point now where we've got 6 minutes of steaming time on these meatballs. We've got another 2 minutes on here. So I'm going to have the sauce made, but the meatballs won't be ready. But what I can do is just put it into my server anyway, and then add the meatballs in when they're finished, and then carry on with this recipe. Next, set it aside. Transfer to a bowl with garlic and chili, 2 tablespoons of lime juice. Then also another large bowl on the lid. Right, let's get the vermicelli noodles done. That's the next step in this one. It won't let me use the scales at the minute. Okay, 150 grams. So 50 grams wasn't much. So I reckon I'm going to guesstimate. I've got these things are messy. They go everywhere. I reckon that's about right. Have that prepped and ready. Cover with boiling water, set it aside to soak. So let me boil the kettle again. Right, simmering basket, transfer noodles back to the bowl, half of the dressing tossed to coat, divide noodles between the bowls, top noodles with the meatballs and lettuce. Yeah, alright, I think for the interest of the recording, I'm going to finish it there. I'm really sorry that half the time I'm not on camera. I've got today another, what do you call them, tripod. I'm going to start using my husband's iPad as well, so I get a nice big picture because it's small and skinny on the phone, and do a bit more of these recordings for you. And of course I'll be uploading it onto Facebook later if it'll let me. Facebook's been playing up with letting me upload the videos, which is mildly annoying. However, know that I'm uploading them onto my YouTube where I can as well. And again, sometimes that can be a little difficult. All right, thanks everyone for joining. Please remember, this offer ends tonight. It's so vitally important to get onto your consultant ASAP. $29 for an extra bowl is it. And, excuse me, Willow. Excuse me, she wants to go out. And yeah, reach out, see if I can help you.